today at the Louisville, Ohio YMCA, and we're going to talk about the water fitness programs that they have here. Personally, I have found water fitness to be a great addition to my exercise program, and I'm going to interview Lauren here, who is the aquatics director, and she's going to tell us a little bit about some of the programs that they actually have here.
Yep. Well, we have 4 different aquatics classes here. So the first one is water fitness, which is our biggest group that we usually get. That involves both shallow and deep water aerobics, so the participants just sort of pick and choose where they want to be. It incorporates a high intensity workout with little or no impact. So again, with impact, they have more impact in the shallow end than they would the deep, of course, so they can pick. The water resistance tones and strengthens the muscles. And then we use noodles and water weights in the class to assist in suspension and in the resistance.
Could you show us those?
Sure.
Those things.
These are our water weights that we have. We have all different levels of resistance. So like these are really easy, but we have thicker ones that are harder. So it's totally up to you what kind of resistance that you want to see. Usually in the deep end, they'll pick the harder or the easier depending on how comfortable they are. In the deep end, it just depends. So we use these for resistance.
If somebody, say, has shoulder problems or something, they could opt just to use their hands and not. So in the water, you can really grade things for people's needs.
With this, you could use, if you've got a bad shoulder on your right, you just use it with your left if you want, or you could just go without them completely. It's totally up to you. It's all up to the person. But these provide more resistance for you. Then we use the noodles, usually for suspension in the water fitness class. So that's where the noodle is behind you, and we do the leaning back and the kicking or the crunches and things like that. And again, that's totally optional. So if someone isn't comfortable suspending in the water, they can just stand and we work out a different type of move for them. We also have a swimnastics class, which is just like water fitness, only it's toned down even more. So it's more geared solely for seniors. The same moves, same resistance, same equipment, all of that, we just tone it down. We only do usually one cardio workout instead of in water fitness, 90% of the class is cardio, that sort of thing. It's more flexibility, muscle strength, that kind of thing, it's gymnastics. Then we have the arthritis class, which is in conjunction with the Arthritis Foundation. So everything we teach in that class is solely from the Arthritis Foundation. They do give us all of the moves. There's a list of about 120 different moves that they teach us as instructors, and that's all we do in that class. And that is more focused on the flexibility, the range of motion. We work on just activities of daily living, things like that. And all the moves are specific so that they don't make any arthritis worse. So we do things specifically for the wrists. If they've got bad wrists, we're not going to use the weights and hold the weights really tight because that's going to make it worse. In that class, we do exercises to stretch out the wrists and the shoulders and the achy knees and all of that. That's about the gist of our classes.
Well, and I think a lot of times people think, well, the water fitness class, that's for the old folks and for pregnant women. How good of a workout is it really? But I'll tell you, from being in the class myself, that you get out of it what you put into it. We have a lot of people that I think just come for the social time. They like to stand and talk more than work, which is fine, because that's what they're getting out of it. But some of the people, you give 100% and you're tired when you leave.
Oh yeah.
So you can burn a lot of calories.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of water fitness. It's all go at your own pace. And not that you can go at your own pace and land type of things, but in comparing, you're in a pool, you're in your own space, the instructor's way up on the deck, you go at your own pace. If it's too hard, you slow down. If the weights are too much, you don't use them. But if it's too easy, you do double the reps. It's, really go at your own pace and use your own equipment.
Well, speaking of the instructors, what kind of training do your instructors have?
They have to have, we go through the YMCA, of course, these are a YMCA Water Fitness Instructor Certification, and it lasts them 3 years. So they take that, and that involves, it's a huge class. It's about 30 hours long. They learn all the muscles that are involved in water fitness, all the appropriate moves that we do. We go through a sweat formula, which is, enlarging the body, stretching, working positions, all of that. They learn a lot about the cardio part of it, the research. They study a lot of the research with water fitness, the advantages of it, so on and so forth. So they take that for the water fitness. And then the arthritis foundation class that we have is specifically from the Arthritis Foundation. So that's just a separate certification. It's the same thing, like I said earlier. We learn all of the moves and get those memorized, and then we become certified in that. We just have to know the specific moves of the water fitness for the Arthritis Foundation.
Okay. Well, so you mentioned arthritis. I have some other friends here with me today who came to the water fitness classes for different reasons. First of all, I'm going to talk to Peggy here. She has a couple conditions that actually brought her to the class. And if you would just talk about what those are and how it has benefited you.
Yeah, I came to the Y here in 2009 because I have migraine headaches and fibromyalgia. And then so the water did really benefit that. I know the doctors have always told me that exercising, it helps, but a lot of times I didn't really believe that, that was really to do
But
it.
you have found it to be true.
Yes, very much so. And then in 2011, I slipped on ice and dislocated my knee, and I had to have total knee replacement. I'm 48 years old. They didn't want to do it at first because of the age and stuff. But the water fitness, within 1 month after having the knee replacement, I was back into the water. It was amazing, and I really do benefit that the exercise really did help me a lot.
How many days a week do you try to come?
4 to 5 days a week.
Wow. So you're very dedicated.
Yeah, I really like it.
Do you notice, like if you're unable to come for a few days or a week, if you miss time, you really feel it?
Yes.
Yeah.
My body just aches. No, I feel that really I have benefited a lot. Because a lot of times you have to find an exercise that you like. I don't really like to exercise, but I really do. I love the water fitness. I really do. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm getting a good workout. Plus, it makes my muscles, my body feel better. So yeah.
Well, and then over here we have Carolyn, and Carolyn had a different problem, and I'll let you tell about your story if you want to.
I was having problems with my hip, and I had been in different exercise groups, but nothing seemed to help. So we joined the Y in January 2 years ago, and 7 months later, I was talking to my doctor and decided to have an X-rays, and my hip was totally gone. So I had a total hip replacement a year and a half ago, and the doctor asked if I had been doing any exercises, and I told him yes, I had been doing water fitness, and he was thrilled. He said that is so beneficial to keep the muscles strong and the ligaments and tendons for your recovery. And after therapy, as soon as he released me, he said, go back to the water. And I come like 3 days a week to the water fitness and then 2 days into the fitness center. But give me the belt there, Lauren, please. I go in deep water, and a lot of ladies do prefer to stay in the shallow, but in the deep water, you can wear this ski belt. And it keeps you up. I can swim, but I'm not a good swimmer. And but I love the deep water because I feel that you get more benefit because you're not touching. And I really feel that it is big help to keep your muscles conditioned and helpful for the hip. And I've had no problems at all since.
I'm really glad that you showed that belt because, a lot of people are kind of afraid of water.
Right.
And, if you decide to go to a water fitness class, you don't need to worry about that. Nobody's going to make you go in the deep end if you don't want to. But if you do, you'll have the belt on and,
You can
they're
stay by the side too.
Yeah.
Hold on if you want.
And obviously there are lifeguards there if you run into trouble, which
Right.
hopefully you won't. But
One lady wears 2 belts.
Yeah.
And she's not heavy at all.
Yeah.
She wears 2. You can also use the noodle between your legs, ride it like a horse, and that also helps to keep you buoyant.
Well, one of the things that I've really noticed is my endurance has really built up since I started coming. My husband and I like to go hunting, and he mentioned last hunting season, I was able to keep up with him hiking up the hills, and he's like, wow, that must be from your water fitness class, and I really think it is. one of the other things that I really appreciate about your staff here is I was having some neck problems, and I was really concerned about how it was going to feel to be like leaning back with the noodle behind me, and I just couldn't figure out how I was going to get those kickers done. And one of the other instructors, suggested I put the belt on and just stay upright. And, I never would have thought of that. And it was so helpful. So, I think that the training that you have here really makes you able to offer assistance to people, like how to grade things according to their needs.
I also have some neck problems, and when I do the kicking, I take the noodle, I keep my belt on, and I take the noodle and put it back behind my neck and lay back and use it like a pillow. And it's fun support, if I can do it like that, or just do it up and down.
Well, can you give us an idea what it costs to join the Y?
Yep. We have summer memberships that are like 3 months long, but for a yearly thing, which would be, throughout the year, we have a senior rate for a senior adult or a senior couple. So as long as you're 65 years and up, for a yearly membership, you would pay roughly $32 a month for the membership. And the membership includes all of the water fitness classes for free. So you pay your membership, you get to come to the classes, no extra charge. It also includes all the land fitness classes, the wellness center, open swim times, lap swim times, our soon-to-be new whirlpool. All of those things are involved in the membership, the yearly membership. So again, it'd be about $32 for a senior adult, and then for a senior couple, it's $41 monthly coming out, of your bank account to go towards the yearly membership. So,
and then, there may be some younger people watching this as well. So it's a little bit
so
more.
For an adult membership, for a monthly fee for the year, it would be $38.25 for an adult. So that's also an option as well. Yeah, there's so much to offer. We have the gym, I didn't mention the gym, and all the extra programs that we have. We have lots of stuff going on in the pool. You get discounts on all those things too, swim lessons, stuff like that for grandkids or kids or whatever it is. You get all discounts on that by being a member here. And then you also asked me about insurance. And for seniors, Humana does cover the membership, and then some of the AARP membership or insurance is covered. Not all of them, but some of them do. So usually if they send you something in the mail about silver sneakers, then they usually cover it. You just call them and they let you know that they'll cover it.
Wow, what a deal.
And there's all ages in the class also. Peggy said she's 48, I'm 69, but there's ladies in their upper 80s, and even like the one lady's 90,
And it's not all women.
No.
There are quite a few men in the class. So, okay, well, I appreciate you all coming today, and hopefully that's good information for you all out there. Lauren, would you say that most Ys across the country would have something similar to this?
Okay. Most Ys almost all have some sort of water fitness program. Of course, different names and that sort of thing, but the YMCA of USA does that one water fitness training, so every Y should have something, very similar. Their staff are being trained with the exact same information here as they are in Chicago or wherever they are.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you.